All right. The lovely lady who tells us if you don't want to be recorded, get off. Y'all are stuck with me. So welcome to our Thursday night team call. I am going to keep these team calls bi-weekly. I think it's nice to see your guys' faces when people show up, and it's nice just to connect, even if we don't have like something big to talk about, but it's just nice to see your faces and yeah, get to see some lovely people that we haven't seen in 2 weeks. So I'm super stoked for Super Saturday. Sorry, Jamie, you're not going to be there, and I don't wait to rub it in, but I get to see Ashley and Danielle. And if you're watching this recording, hopefully you get to see you there as well. It's going to be fun, and I am super excited because this is the first one that I've like fully planned and helped with, and I'm just jazzed up for the things we got coming. And I went and picked up the prizes today, and they're dope, and I'm just excited. It's going to be a good time. So let's dive into tonight's team call. And I think it kind of aligns perfectly with the quick 30-day challenge. And the reason why I came up with this challenge is because I was having troubles like sitting down, and it just felt like so much work to complete my entire tracker. Like I felt not annoyed, but just like it didn't feel fun anymore. And I'm like, what can I do that makes it feel fun, that it's quick and easy, that I can do every single day, that doesn't feel like this is a ton of work and feel like pressure, but yet still move my business forward. And I'm like, okay, if I get my invites done, if I get my connections done, if I have a post up, that's great. Like that is moving my needle business forward. And so I started doing that at the beginning of this week on Monday. And I'm like, non-negotiable, after I get home from work, this is what you got to do. And then I was like, if I can do this for 30 days, how cool would that be to see my business progress? And then I felt like my energy started to lift. I felt like fun around it. Like I had more energy inviting people. And now there's like 5 people that are like, yeah, I want to do that group with you. Yes, please. And it's like, if I never would have stepped up out of that like slump, then I wouldn't have this energy to put forward and to invite these people. So tonight's call is all about inviting and connecting. Lots, because I've been hearing a lot of people saying like, I've been talking to people, but no one's joining. And I just want to like take this moment for you to give yourself a gut check, because there's a difference between inviting on your stories. There's a difference between inviting the exact same 3 people over and over again. And there's a difference between inviting 5 new humans every single day that you've connected with for the past 3 weeks, right? So how are you showing up on your stories? Are you giving your full energy? Are you like excited about the group you're running? Or are you just kind of like blah, like low energy, in a slump? Like, hey, I'm doing this group, it's going to be fun, but we begin on Monday, so yeah, come join me. Or are you like, yo, I'm super stoked about this program. Like it's 20 minutes a day. It's a badass program. You get your solid sweat in, like, let's go. It's now or done, right? Like you got to be excited, give your energy to people. And then that's what you get back in return. High energy, powerful people wanting to join you. And that's where the connection is. So that's the first thing. How are you showing up? The second thing, are you showing up? Are you showing up on your stories? Are you showing up on your post? Yes, it's amazing to post on your stories, but if you're not actually posting on your feed, people aren't going to see these posts. And while it used to be back in the day to post like 3 or 4 posts a day, every single day, so people would see your shit, it's still okay to do that. Whether it's like a reel, whether it's something fun, whether it's your family, whether it's your fiance, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, whether it's you dancing around the kitchen, it's okay to post every single day. People aren't going to get annoyed with you. And if they do get annoyed with you, bye, Felicia. They're not your people anyways, right? If they get annoyed of you, that's their problem, not yours, right? So, and I think the more you show up, the more you show people who you are, whether it's on your stories or on your social, you're showing people, hey, I am a dog lover, a fitness lover. I'm just going to use you, Ashley, a youth care worker, a fiance. I'm planning my wedding and I want to have kids and I want to run a youth facility. So people get to know all of the aspects of you, whether they, and sometimes they might just see those fitness posts and be like, okay, that's all she is just a fitness person. And she's not really an actual person that does this job on a day-to-day basis kind of thing. So how are you showing up and are you showing up? Those are your first things to gut check yourself. And third thing to gut check yourself with, are you showing up like this opportunity has changed your life? Raise your hand. I can only see Jamie and Ashley, but I know Brittany is definitely going to be raising her hand. Raise your hand if this business has changed your life. If this opportunity has changed your life, right? It has. And for me too, like I honestly have no idea where I would be and I wouldn't be on this call. I wouldn't be friends with any of you guys had it not been this business, which I think is so fucking cool. Like I wouldn't have one of my bridesmaids in my wedding had it not been for this business, which is incredible, right? And so you think of this business as changing your life, but are you showing that to people? Are you talking about that? Are you sharing that on your stories and on your feed? Are you showing up like this business has actually changed your life and it's actually a gift that you need to give to other people? Or are you holding back and worried what other people will think, or people spending $186 on something that could change their life? Like you don't know. And $186 might be a lot to someone who's in debt, but it also might be something that saves their life, that moves their life forward, and could be that fuel to light them back up so that they can push forward, so that they can get out of debt, so that they can build a healthy relationship with their fiance, boyfriend, girlfriend, with their kids, family, whatever it is. So you don't know. So offer this business like it has changed your life and show up like it has changed your life. So that's the third thing. Fourth thing, are you showing up and using Beachbody products? Yes, we have our workouts, but yes, there is so much more than just the workouts. We have now 3 nutrition programs. We have Ultimate Portion Fix, we have, which is now just Portion Fix, we have 2B Mindset, and now we have the Gut Protocol. All 3 things which people need. Like there's more than just the workouts. We have greens. If people are struggling to get their greens in their day, we have collagen for hair, nails, healthy skin as we get older. We have Shakeology, which for some people has helped heal their IBS, which is, disclaimer, I don't know the disclaimer, but I'm just going to toss it out there because I don't want to get in trouble. But Shakeology literally helps people go to the bathroom on a day-to-day basis. And yes, it could be expensive for some people, but yes, it might be that worth spending that money. Or if someone's not eating breakfast, this could be their breakfast for them, so that they're actually getting their nutrition in the morning, because that is the most important meal of the day. We have the Focused Energy, Beachbody Bevy, Hydrate, Energize. How could I forget Energize? Energize is the lifesaver and something that I drink every single day. But we have all of these other products. So, and something that I need to get better at is displaying more than just my Energize. I need to talk about my Shakeology. I need to talk about the collagen. I need to talk about the beach bars. There's so many products that we have to offer that some people might not even want the workouts, or they may be crushing at the gym and they may want the performance line, the Recover, the Hydrate, and the Energize. Like you can offer people more than just the workouts. And I think that's where sometimes we fall short, is only talking about the workouts, showing our workouts on our social media, pardon me, showing our Energize, doing our Energize dance, but then we forget to talk about Shakeology or Recover or things that are actually helping us on the other side of fitness. So That's the fourth thing. And the fifth thing that you need to gut check yourself is did you post consistently for a week about a launch? Whether it was the 4-week gut protocol launch, whether it was the bike launch, whether it is going to be the fire and flow launch. The launches are so, so powerful because that's when the energy is hella high. Like you have entire community, like fire and flow. And I know that one's going to be such a good program because I've seen people doing it. There was like 5 or 6 people from our higher up team that were in that test group, and it was so fun to watch them because we got to see some of the moves and what the workout program is going to be like so that we can get jazzed up about it. So when there is a launch, take advantage of it. Don't just sit on the sidelines and wait for it to happen and then slowly ease your way into it, because then you lose that energy and momentum that's behind that launch. Okay, so that was the first thing. That was the gut check. Or how are you showing up? Are you showing up? Are you showing up like this opportunity to change your life? Are you showing up and using Beachbody products? And did you post consistently for a week about a launch? And I'm just going to add in there, have you tossed up your transformation lately? It can be physical, but it doesn't have to be. And I'm just going to remind everybody of that because not everybody has a physical transformation, whether you're watching this recording or you're on here live. Not everybody has a physical transformation. A lot of it is up here. And I posted something in our Live Free community today. This is a complete side tangent of nothing that I have written on my page, but I posted something in that group today about like mindset and just taking that morning routine. And I think the reason why I have thrived so much and why I started off in such a good positive momentum is because I did start journaling and I did start reading PD off the very hop of my journey. When I started the workouts, I started reading and I started journaling. And I think that has been the huge kicker and impact in my life. And sometimes I forget to tell my clients about it. And so I made this post in there today about that, and just basically saying that a lot of our stress and weight comes from our daily activities. It comes from this thing, checking it as soon as you wake up, checking your emails, checking your messages, checking who liked your photo, whatever it is. A lot of our stress comes from that thing. And then we kind of get into that realm in the morning and we don't dive into actually healing our minds in the very beginning of the morning. So anyways, that was a gut check. All in all, make sure you post consistently about a launch for an entire week and make sure you got a recent transformation up, whether it's mindset or physical, whatever you got. All right, second thing, how many people have you actually invited? 1, 5, 10, 30, 50, 100? If you've invited like 30 to 50 people and not one person was interested, then I would reassess like what you're sending for an invite. I would reassess who you're inviting, right? But if you've messaged one person, you're like, man, no one's joining me. Fuck, this sucks. Obviously, right? You've talked to one person. Probably that person probably ignored you, or they read the message and then forgot to respond, because that's what lots of people do. But if you've talked to 5 people and they still haven't responded, talk to 10 people. Like it's all a numbers game. And some people out of those 10 people, still, maybe no one will say yes. Maybe no one's ready to dive into their journey, but I promise you down the line, like 2 years, 3 years, that same person will come around and they will eventually say yes to joining you because they'll continue watching it. And pardon me. And as soon as you pop into their inbox, then they start seeing your stuff. They start seeing your stories because you bump up to the beginning of all the algorithm bullshit. you end up being at the front, which is why it's so important to direct message people, because then you show up more on their social. So when you're inviting someone, then they start seeing your stuff more and more and more, and maybe give it 2-3 weeks, you follow up with them again, and then they really know what you're all about, who you're about, because you're showing up, like we talked about, you're showing up on your feed, and they know who you are, and they know, like, and trust you, right? And then that's when they will take that leap of faith and join you. But you have to send out those invites. And Jamie and Ashley both crushed out their day one already, and they posted in the group, and they both shared examples of their invite, which is freaking amazing. I love it. And I ask you to do this so that other people who aren't seasoned can use these invites and share them on their, like, use them to invite other people, is what I'm trying to say. So it not only helps you out, but it also helps the other people out. And I just, with Ashley's, hers was awesome, friggin' love. But lots of people don't know, like, if they haven't seen your stories a ton, or they don't watch them every single day, they might not know what job one is, or they might not know what gut protocol is, because gut protocol is hella new, and I don't know, maybe they do know what it is, but lots of people don't. And so I just made the suggestion to her to just change up the wording. Whether she takes it or not, it's completely up to you. But I love that she shared that in there, because then it helps her grow, and it also helps me grow, because then I can potentially use her invite on mine because I liked it. So I might just go and steal it. So, and the same thing with everybody in that group, like, you tailor it to yourself, you tailor it to your wording. If you don't say badass, don't say badass, right? All in all, you just got to send out those invites. Okay. I swear this was going to be quick, but all right, last thing. Last point. So getting to the actual invite. Cold inviting is something of the past, and it's quite icky, and we like to stray away from that now. Before, I don't know, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, it was very popular, and it succeeded, because not many people were on social media, not many people were on Zoom, not many people were marketing their things online. It just wasn't a thing. But then COVID kind of hit, and everybody's doing under the sun, selling nails, selling hair, makeup, like, you name it, Tupperware. Like, there's parties going on nonstop. People are consistently inviting you, and you're getting annoyed by the 120 requests that you get to join my group. I'm like, no, thank you. But this is cold inviting, right? And this is why our connecting is so, so important. Because when you're connecting with these people, you get to know them, then they start watching your stuff, then they know, like, and trust you, which then in turn, they will eventually join you, or maybe not, maybe they have their own thing going on, but eventually they will join you. And this is why the connecting comes and is so important, and why I included it in the 30-day challenge, 10 connections. And I chose 10 because it's more than what you're sending out for invites. So if you're connecting with 10 women, whether it is sending a message about their story, sending a message about their post, liking and commenting on their post, whatever way you like to connect with people on their social media, I chose the 10 because it's more than the 3 of inviting, right? And the more people you connect with, the more people that you have to eventually invite. And this is why posting is also super important, so that you have those people to invite, because if they're watching your stories, it's easy for you to invite them. They are consistently showing up on your stories. They know who you are. They are seeing your stuff. They're watching you, and they know what you're about. So then for you to go and send them an invite, hey, Susan, I see you watching my stories every single day. Thank you so much for all of the support and love. Have you ever considered joining me for a group? Right? It doesn't have to be something complicated. It can be super simple, but that's an invite, right? You're inviting them to join you to a group. And that's why posting on your stories and posting on social is super helpful, because then you have those people to invite. They're already seeing your stuff. They're already liking your stuff. They obviously like following you, or else they wouldn't be there, right? So it's an easy person to invite. And that's why connecting is important. And that's why posting on your social is important. So I just kind of said one of the samples: I see you watching my stories, da da da. Or, hey, I see you responded to my poll, da da da. Or, hey, I see you liked my post about this nutrition program that I'm doing. Are you doing anything for your nutrition right now? Or would you be interested in joining us? Right? This is why posting on social media is so important, because then you have those people to invite. And there in our coach page, there are so many more invites and examples of invites. If you just search up at the top invites, it will pop up. I also have it tagged in there. If you click on the tag, there's a ton of sample invites in there for you to use. And coaching. We can't forget about inviting to coaching, because I think that is also so important, because lots of people don't know that there's a coaching opportunity. And I know I asked Brittany for a long time, and I know Brittany asked Jamie for a long time, and like 2 years. And if you don't ask, they will never join you, right? And it goes the same thing with your challenge group and coaching. If you don't ask, they won't ever join you. And the best coaches and the most easiest people to invite to coaching are the people who are already showing up, the people who are already crushing it in your groups, the people that are already in love with the programs, because that's what we do as coaches, right? That's how we show up. That's what we do. And that is super, super important. So don't forget about the coaching side of invites, but also just remember that those people come along when you have challengers coming in. It's like the continuous funnel that flows. Starts off with adding people to your social network, connecting with those people, then inviting those people, and then converting them to coaches. Like, it's that continuous funnel, and you need to keep filling it for you to keep getting clients, for you to keep getting coaches. And I think that's what makes this business so fun, is when you do have those clients to work with, and when you do have those coaches to work with, because you can feel like you're slaving away every single day. And like, I'm inviting, I swear I'm inviting, but you're sending one invite a day, or you're not inviting actually to in their inbox. You're just posting in your stories and calling it an invite. But I think that's what makes this business fun, is working with those people and like meeting new people and building those connections and those relationships and finding your best friends within this community, because it's a seriously life-changing opportunity that we have and have to give to people. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm just going to open the floor for questions, comments, anything you want to ask me for the next 5 minutes.
Nothing I want to. You go. I don't want to ask anything. I just want to say thank you for stepping up as a wonderful coach, and you've helped me gain so much confidence, and just our relationship and all, just talking to you and me right now, it's been really, really good, and it's like just skyrocketed. So yeah, thank you for sharing your like helpful criticism in the ways that, you know, like those types of things. And also listening. If we say like, no, we need a little bit of a break, then like you listen to us. Or when we say like, hey, I know I've said it 15 times, but I'm ready again today. Let's go. So just thanks.
100%. Thank you. I appreciate that. And shout out to Ashley. She's crushing it this month. She's helped 2 people. She's at Success Club 4, and she's signed up 1 coach. So like, it's been cool to see you step out of your shell this past couple months. It's been wonderful. Jamie, go for it.
I was just going to say that as far as like posting on your stories and stuff, I find that polls are really successful. And it's like, if you have trouble in the fact that you don't like messaging people, this is your way to message people. This is the way to get your foot in the door, is put up a poll, because people take polls all the fucking time, all the time, right? Like, And so they take your poll, you message them. Why did they take your poll? Right? Like, or you can lead into that. So I have found that easier because I used to hate messaging people. Like, and now I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like, if you don't want it, don't respond. Like, whatever, bye bye. Moving on, right? Just take it with a grain of salt. But I do find that polls have helped get my foot in the door and get me more comfortable with sending some of those messages that aren't maybe always in your comfort zone. So that would be my tip.
Actually, I really like that you brought that up because I was thinking the exact same thing about like how Carly also said, just like stupid shit. Just like you can say like, do you like this movie or that movie? And then like sending that like, oh, I can't believe you did like this movie. Like me too. And like that conversation starter. And then again, you're in their inbox. And I had no idea that when you hop into their inbox, that then they see your stories more. So yeah, or like liking their stories, it goes up on their notifications and all that. Like, yeah, that's like pristine. So yeah, I agree with that. Polls are like amazing. I need to do them more.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. And it's such an easy way to get into people's inboxes. Like, hey, yo, like Ashley just said, like, I see you watch this movie. What do you think of it? Where'd you get that cucumber from? Can you find a cheaper watermelon than $17 at Costco? Sorry, quick rant. I went to Costco today. The watermelon, $17. Like, mind blown.
$4.99.
Yeah, like what?
Okay.
Like it was a big watermelon, but like, come on. Anyways, I'm gonna definitely post a poll about that. Where's your cheapest watermelon at? And so many people respond because stupid shit. People like giving their opinions, and you can take it or you can leave it, but most of the time you'll probably leave it, but it's an easy way to start conversation. So thanks for bringing that up. Anybody else?
Danielle, you've been crushing it on your stories in the morning, like loving your vibes. Are you doing T20? No, what are you doing right now?
I'm doing Transform 20.
Oh yeah, I give you big credit for doing that program.
It's not fun.
No, I will never do it.